Hello, welcome back to Being in Nothingness. Alright, so it's time to It's time to continue with this level. Bean Cross. So, where we ended up last time. Honestly, no idea where we ended up last time. This is our best, right? This was another option we had. These two were a lot less useful. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this one. I think this one is like a subset of this. Yeah, this is like a worse version of this bookmark. So first clearing off bookmark so I can save more stuff. This is, I think, our best attempt. We currently have one red bean, frozen bean here. I don't know where the rest of the beans went, but yes. Oh, there's a sand bean there. Okay, this is our best attempt. I'm gonna try doing something else today. We're not gonna look at any of our bookmarks. Let's try and continue what we left off. On the off chance that what we did was like bad, or just not good. I was wondering if it was possible to duplicate beans, because it's theoretically possible, right? Blob, vine, blob, vine, blob, vine allows you to reproduce beans, technically speaking. Is that true? Well, I don't actually know, because it doesn't seem quite true. If you had a blob that contained into a vine, even if you could collect all the beans, that vine itself would have to have come from one blob and one bomb to destroy it, which would result in the use of 2 beans to collect 2 beans. I really don't feel like it's possible to duplicate beans here. But so far, we've always been in a bean shortage. I don't know, there's some levels that require you to not duplicate any beans. In this case, it seems ambiguous whether you can or not. Like, another thing that could happen is if 2 blobs became... if 2 blobs became... If 2 blobs became vines and they both got blown up by 1 bomb, that would generate an extra bean, right? So 2 blobs plus 1 bomb is 3 beans, but destroying 2 vines is 4 beans. So in theory, that will actually give you extra. And I can keep doing that. In fact, I can like put down quite a number of blobs, hopefully. Well, that's not entirely true, but I guess what I could start by doing is... how about... Vine there, we'll leave that there. We'll put a second... Okay, we'll put a bomb here. And then we'll put a vine here. So that guy becomes a vine. Because this bomb is too far away, you won't grab yet. However, a second vine... Just one in front will actually grab. And that should give us all the extra beans. The only issue is that how are we gonna get these? No idea. Okay. I could theoretically also put a blob down here. Well, this gives me an instant white bean. I guess that could already become the bucket that turns you on and off. We've lost a lot in the process though. So like getting an actual bucket here seems difficult. There's a green bean in there. If I destroyed you again... Oops. I don't know. Could I have... no. I was thinking if I could have 3 blobs. The idea being... a 3rd blob... Well, the 3rd blob could become another vine, but you can't kill all 3 of these vines. You can, however, kill 3 vines like so, I guess? Okay. I can also put a vine there, but that's not useful. I'm stuck. Where else can I was thinking like the more beans I put in like viable locations, the more blobs I mean, the more beans I can just get for free. And I can get a lot of these beans to help out, right? They don't start off as these colors once I bring them in here. So actually, how many blobs can I get to exist? How many blobs can I get to exist? Okay. So let's put one down like that. Sure. Actually, hold on. No, because what I want instead is... what I want. I want to put like 3 vines here. Or 3 vines here, I think. Seems pretty good. And if I kill all 3 vines, I'll get 4 beans here. I wonder if it's possible to like... Maybe if I put... Yeah, maybe it might be like a little bit better to put a vine here. Maybe the transferring of information there is a bit better. Okay, so let's try putting some blobs in good spots. So for example, blobs here and here seem pretty good. Sorry, here. And then blobs here and here maybe. And I finally blob there. Ugh, no, not really. Okay, let's put one here. And then we'll put one here. Like that. See, I get grabbed immediately. Oh, that can happen. Oh, but I still get grabbed. See, the problem is I always get grabbed here. Yeah, okay, I guess that can happen. I guess you might have needed to be a bomb first. If I had placed... Hold on. If I had placed one here as well, could that be useful? So instead of pushing, I shove. I leave bean here, I shove, I move. Actually, can I shoot downwards maybe? No, shooting downwards is bad. Yeah, I don't think I can put one here. That's unfortunate. Okay, so let's try this again. Here, here, move, shoot. Actually, before all of this, hold on. Before all of this, I gotta go back and turn you into an actual bomb because I can't turn you into a bomb in this location. Okay, let's try that again. Here, shove, move, and then shoot, move, move. Okay. So this, I don't know what this will do. Yeah, this won't generate too many beans, and I can't get back anymore. Like, yeah, this just doesn't generate enough beans for me, and this is a very dangerous place to be. I don't think this is a good spot to do my work. I want there to be like no vines when I'm done with this procedure. I could put one down there, but then that wouldn't help me. I guess it might if I had a bucket, which I could very easily produce. Okay. I guess that's not too bad. I mean, I could also technically produce a bucket here, but the vine is just gonna eat the beans in this location, honestly, so... Okay, if that's the case... Let's see... Okay. Ooh, yeah, see, I don't like that. I mean, I can shove one more down there, which I think might be interesting. That one wouldn't get blown up though, so I don't like that it's there. Um... Okay, I mean, I can wait like this, but even if there were a bomb there to be blown up, that... Okay, you know what? No. Then we're fine, because what I can do next is put... Well, what I could have done before, I think, maybe? Hmm... Ugh, okay, I don't like that. But something like that, see? Something like that. The idea is I kind of want you to be a bit lower. I'm not sure that's possible. Okay, so before all of this, let's go back. Let's see into actual bomb, because I would think I want to start doing this already. Okay. So... Let's see... Like, this seems maybe okay. And the reason why is that I can grab all of these beans... I can grab this set of beans. If this were down lower, then I could grab both of these sets of beans because you'd be too busy grabbing these beans to begin. And yeah, that would be really nice. So like, I kind of wish that could happen. Okay, I kind of like that this happens as well. That this setup exists. Okay. That's a lot of beans. Okay, this might be useful. Oh, I actually die there. Fancy. Okay, I think it's because I get pulled in and then the bomb explodes. So I have to wait before it happens. Okay. This is bad because whenever a bucket goes in to collect you, things get out. Okay, so yeah, there is a problem there. But I do have more beans now, technically. I could start by just throwing in a random color bean. Well, no, because... Well, I can bring in a bucket. I can't have it grab anything before going in. So it's just gonna get grabbed. Like, stuff is gonna get grabbed. Oops. Yeah, so like this isn't gonna get me any beans from down there. I got some white beans though. At the expense of a lot of colors. Missing. I can always replenish them by bringing these beans back out, but so far I've returned the net zero. I don't know if it's possible to grab these. I mean, like, I guess I could still create a bomb theoretically. I could still create a bomb theoretically by bringing all these out and producing stuff with them. I'm gonna leave a white bean here just in case we need it still. The bomb, if I could create one, would go in here. You grab the bomb as it moves this way. You blow up. Then I could get a bucket to grab these, and that would actually be good for giving me some more beans. I only need 2 beans for this, so let's take the green and pink out. Okay. So to have begun, I think I need to have kept another bomb in here. Okay. So before this entire process, which did result in 1 extra bean remaining, that 1 extra bean I wanted to leave outside as a second bomb. I did not want this to be a pink bean. Okay. Shove. Push. Zap. Stay. Move. Oh, you grabbed this one. Ugh. That's not very nice. Okay. Alright. So, then what? If you grab that, can I put you like in a different row to help not have that happen? If you're in this row, could I use you later? I could push you here into an icicle, but how am I gonna get the bean back? It's not gonna be easy to do that. Okay. This operation seems a bit worse than before, I think. I don't know how easy I can replicate this. Oh, I just need a net gain of 1 bean, and I could do this infinitely, I think. So can I get a net gain of beans? Yeah, how many beans do I start off with? Okay. So I start off with 4... I start with 4 beans here. Actually 5, because one of them is already a bomb. And I'm left with 4 beans, right? That's not good enough. I guess I could create more vines, but that is unlikely to be useful. I could create more vines and hopefully maybe get more stuff. So, is it possible to recreate more beans now? Because I could continue... can I? Can I continue this process? Can I make more beans? Can I get rid of you maybe? Unlikely. I can't even leave. I can't even stand here anymore because I get grabbed. Ah, no, this is not good. This looks so good though, I would say. I would like to believe this looks really good. But this vine being here is just very annoying, and I would like to get rid of it. I wonder if there's a way to actually get rid of it. Like, we know that a vine here can grab this bomb, and I want to use that fact. So let's say I did put one down here. Okay, I might want to do that later. Instead, what I want to do is put one down here. Well, no, the vine here ultimately does not kill this. So there must not be a vine here. There must be a vine there and not one here. Okay, so let's not put a vine there. I don't know why I tried to do that for. So we know this is an interesting setup. Okay, could I duplicate this setup by, let's say, doing this, that, this, that, this, 2 of you guys. So you grab that first, obviously. If I made one here, that will become a vine. Would you grab this and turn this into a vine before? Oh, that's not nice. Okay, we don't want a vine here then. Okay, well, let's say beforehand I did not put a vine here. I say I moved you all the way. I don't know, let's put one back there. So, move, shove, shoot, push. Yeah, but you don't turn into... So I don't get any of these guys. And that becomes a bomb, which I don't like. Yeah, so this is not, like, good at all. I don't get any beans out of this. If I had a white bean, like here, maybe I could potentially get a bunch of stuff going up there. Is that possible here? No, because at this point we've already lost the bomb. I mean, there is a bomb here. Could I have replicated that at this point? I don't think so. I don't think I could have put one down here to grab you. I don't think you being a vine is actually very useful. Okay. Any other ways I can do this? I want to get as many... I want to have vines in here to be destroyed by the bomb that explodes here. But the only difficulty is that... Well, okay, well... I'm thinking of using a chain of vines, potentially. To grab and eventually make one here. Because the idea is that if a single vine pulls back here, right? How's that gonna help? Like, if a vine from this position pulls a vine from here, it could get pulled over, then pulled up, then pulled in. The question is, could I get a vine in this position? I think the answer is probably not. If a vine gets... Like, how do I get a vine in this position? It just wouldn't be, because I guess... Okay, I guess what I could do is instead of one blob, I have two blobs. Because that would allow me to actually have a blob in this position. Right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So we have one here, we have one there. Okay, let's not turn you there yet. So we'll have one here, as per usual. Okay, that means the bomb. The bomb would have to have been one lower. Let's think of the actual bomb. Okay. So second blob goes here. So that's this is going to turn into a vine. And the way that's going to work, shove, is going to be a vine here, which does... I cannot have a vine there. Okay, so no blob there. That's probably fine. So blob here. I want a vine there. So we'll put one here. We'll set everything up as per usual, I think. So vine here, shove, shoot, lots of vines. Wait. Okay. So this is going to pull the bomb in, pull the bomb up, pull the bomb in, and that kills all 5 of these. That is great because it gives me a bucket. And the bucket gives me every single other bean in here. So I don't even need to care about these anymore. I have all the beans I could ever want. Well, I say all. This is actually way more than enough, actually, because I can replicate this and create an infinite number of beans this way. Okay, very good. Very good. This is such a setup. Can I redo? I cannot redo. Can I? No redoing. Okay. That is unfortunate. What I am going to actually do is undo all the way back first. I would like to save the Yeah, I like to save the setup here. I'm not gonna be able to replicate this. I can't just keep clicking this to duplicate the setup. But what I can do is at least see what it looks like. Okay. So we're gonna collect all these beans. So with an infinite number of beans, is our job going to be much easier, or is it still going to be an issue? Well, we've already figured out most of how to get a white bean here. We can get a bunch of... Yes, yeah, we can get a bunch of bombs to go in here. We can get an icicle here. We can get a bunch of icicles here as well. We can blow up the icicles with the bomb. And so we can build bridges however we like. And once we do that, the initial idea of getting the bucket here, going all the way here, freezing the bucket, pushing the bucket to break the bucket and get the white bean, that should all be still replicable. Okay. So now we have an infinite number of beans in theory. You can go away. I'm going to recreate this and try and get another round. In fact, I might do this twice more just to keep myself really safe. I need exactly one... So, okay. 333666 should give us exactly one bean remaining, which I can put here as per usual. Okay. And then, as per usual, let's recolor all of these. Actually, we only need to recolor how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 bombs, 5 vines, right? So 5 vines means I can get rid of one. One white bean will stay. Okay. So like that. I'll shove you in as per usual. We replicate this process. Like that. Like that. Actually, before that, I'm gonna want to put one of those beans here. Like that. Okay, there you go. So this process is infinitely replicable. Very nice. We've proven that by just doing it twice. Okay. See, the thing I didn't realize is that this puzzle was an infinite bean puzzle. There are puzzles that require you to get an infinite number of beans. Like, you can remember, if you remember, the puzzle beside us, that big one, was an infinite bean puzzle. That was made very clear with the dispenser, which could definitely very easily produce an infinite number of beans. However, this one is a lot less clear because there are no dispensers. The number of beans we are given is very small. So that number of beans is exactly enough to start off this infinite bean producer. However, that step is also very very difficult to see. Is the orientation of this different now? Wait, hold on. It's different here and here. Why? 333666. It's horizontal here. It's vertical here. Does that have to do with what's around it? 333666. It's horizontal here. 333666 is vertical here. 333666 horizontal. Oh, vertical. Okay, I think the orientation isn't set in each tile. It just randomizes to like one of the two possible orientations, I guess. And I guess I never noticed it with other numbers of beans. Because for any other number of beans, it's always rotationally symmetrical. Like 90-degree rotationally symmetrical, see. You can rotate this 90 degrees and all the beans will still be in the same location, relatively. They will have changed orientations, but that isn't really something I noticed. Anyway, okay, let's leave another white bean, and we'll do this one more time. This still feels very weak. Like, I feel like every cycle I do this, I'm not getting as many beans as I would have liked. How many beans do we have in total at this point? I don't know. Okay. So let's put one here. Let's put one down here, and then we'll repeat. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay, well that sucks because I need to go all the way back to before that. get you to become a bomb because I forgot. And then I have to reset all this up. Okay. Oh, do not turn you into a blob yet. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. And... oh, wait. There you go. Okay. So how many beans do we have at this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, there are a lot of beans underneath you as well, but I don't think these are retrievable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at the end of this entire thing. Okay. And so since we started with 6 beans and did 3 cycles, every cycle happens to gain us exactly 1 bean, it looks like. I don't know how many extra beans you'll need out of this, but let's try 9 for now. So I'll get rid of one of my bookmarks. I'll save a new bookmark. So this is with 9 beans. Yeah, 9 beans. 4 plus 5, yes. So again, we remember that we needed 1 bucket to oscillate here. That will create this wall that rises and falls. So we'll leave that 1 bean here and we'll continue with everything else. Actually, before that, hold on. Before that, we also wanted a bucket here, right? That was definitely doable. Like that. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna stop you there first. Okay, let's not push you first, I guess. Yeah, we'll wait for the vine to show up like this. So this will mark the end of our bean production. Yeah, I want to get rid of you now. So what I also want to do is, I think, save before this. This bucket will mark the end of our bean production. Which is why I don't want to save here, because this is not a good point to produce more beans. This vine would not be reactive. It needed to have been... Actually, here would not be good either. Oh no, here would be good when you just grab the bean normally. I could still continue the bean production process. Okay. So yes. So yes. I realize now that the sound of me picking up the bean and the sound of the bucket picking up the bean are the same. Pop and plop. Okay. Okay, 9 beans. Again, we'll leave 1 here. And we'll leave. So the way that we did this is... the way that we did this is different. So the bucket here is not good, because now we can no longer get rollers up here, I think. And I think rollers are very important to enact motion on you. Okay, so... I guess we shouldn't have put a bucket here. There must be a separate instance where we actually do a normal single vine here, which gets killed by a vine here. 2 vines is bad, but 2 purple beans turning into 2 vines is okay. Then that vine can grab a bomb here. We can use a bucket to grab these 2, that's fine. But it is during the process prior. Okay, so here, I'm not going to create the bucket. I'm going to repeat this arduous process of collecting every bean here. And then I'll save here. Unfortunately, we do not get enough saves to like do this very well. I want to save at every major step that I make. But unfortunately, I seem to be making too many major steps. So let's get rid of... Is this good? Somewhat. Okay, this kind of sucks. I don't like this setup. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of yellow. Let's undo to this state. So now I have 8 beans, 9 beans, and we'll save this as the start of having 9 beans. Okay, so What we want again is 2 blobs, one here, one here. Grabbing a bomb here. Okay, so 1 bomb will be here. Oh, careful. Then we know that there will be some blobs in the way. I'm gonna leave as many white as possible. Actually, yeah, let's leave as many white as possible. Those are precious. Green are useless, so we will use green whenever possible. In fact, green can be changed to any color. As green themselves, they're very useless because they produce vines, but we can always do that with blobs as well. So we might as well use blobs, which cost less, and are basically... Okay, so like this, and this should kickstart the process, except unfortunately I made a pretty big mistake putting the bomb in that location. I think muscle memory taught me to put it there. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so there you go. We'll leave that there. Next, I want to... How many rollers do we need? I think 1's enough, right? The neck motion. Yeah, 1's enough. Okay. I just want to put you there, it's fine. Okay, so... Okay, walk, 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 walk. The explosion should occur. You should be very, very distracted. 1 roller there is fine. You grab the roller, sure. Roller can come over here, it stays dormant there. Also, I create bucket here. Okay, so there you go. I can use 1 bucket to grab the bucket and the green bean. This is a net gain in beans because we gain 1 green bean which can be used for other things. Sure. Okay. So with that, we can now enact motion on this this bucket and start moving it around. We also have access to this roller as a normal roller. So like by doing this, we can get the roller and the buckets to sort of just... it is very off. It needs to be slightly slower. So bucket, you bounce off then. Okay, this should be good enough. Okay. So now I'm going to store you here. I'm going to store you in this location here. This is a very remote location. I won't ever... Yeah, it's fine. Even if I stand here and it rolls up, I should be okay. So now we have a moving bucket. We have a roller for free. And actually, if I put an icicle here, which I should do, we'll leave 1 white bean here. Everything else can go, I think, once you have the bucket moving here. Everything else can be whatever. But, okay, just to be safe, I'll leave the beans here in case I need more than 1 white bean there for some reason. Okay, so icicle. Icicle is here. Okay, this will create a bridge, which is good. And I can create another icicle. Sorry, 6 to put down white bean. So second icicle here is good. No, we want to freeze the bucket here. Okay, but before that, I guess we can also do other stuff, such as create a bomb. Create bomb. This is not a bomb. What am I doing? I can create a bomb by putting it here, freezing it, and then breaking it. That's a bomb. Next step. What? Okay, I'm gonna put the icicle here instead, so that I have a good enough runway to create a bomb and push it off. then it really shouldn't matter exactly where I freeze the thing. In fact, I have to freeze the bucket here and not here. Okay, so now that icicle goes away. The white bean is free. And now that the white bean is free, you can do other stuff. Okay. So... okay. So let's start by just having a bucket move back and forth here. It will press these buttons. Okay. I simply need to freeze you. I think we are very close to being done. So it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get here. It should take you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to the button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. You need to be moving right at this location. So about now, I push. Boom. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. We did it. And actually, look at how many beans we used. We used 7 beans. Because we have 2 beans we never used. And so that means, actually, from the 6 beans that we had, we needed exactly 7. So the duplication of beans was a necessary process. But somehow, we only needed to do it once. And that was all we needed. I just think that's like amazing puzzle design, if intended. That the puzzle still forces you to do a duplication, but because it's so tedious, it doesn't require you to do it more than once. Yeah. So, oh my goodness, that is so cool. And there we go. The puzzle solved. And I think with that, that is actually the first world in a while for us to fully complete. Like, without help. Fully complete every level in this world. That is amazing, and with a lot of pride I can finally stand on this altar. How long did we take to solve that puzzle? 40 minutes in this session. Plus the 50 minutes in the previous session? No, not 50. 1.5 hours from the previous session. The 50 minutes was from another puzzle, I got confused. So plus the 50 minutes, sorry, plus the hour 30 minutes from the other session, it took us almost 2 hours to solve this puzzle. But hey, that's okay, I think it all went very well. So yeah, I guess with that is the island of petals done. Let's read the thing. Congratulations, Initiate. With this ritual, you finish your work on the island of petals. Just as the petals glow and hum, so shall the things you have learned here illuminate the path ahead. Just as the petals transform the color of a bean, so shall your newfound knowledge transform the remainder of your life. I was gonna wonder if this was written by like the people here, or if this was written by the Guardians. This sentence here tells me it's probably the people here, because I do not in fact understand at all what this is saying. The 8th phase of your training is now complete. Alright, so with that, we have finally completed our 8th phase of training. Ta-da! Yay, we have finished Petals and Master of Petals. So I'm just going to look at the achievements right now. Fun fact, only 4.3% of players have solved every puzzle on this island. And I am one of them! So that's great. Okay, so with that, we are done with this world. I guess we can take a little peek at what's next. Of course, I won't go anywhere too significant. Because I remember, after this, we are left with just a single world. Yeah, world 9. And I am going to be wondering now what I should do. Should I go back to complete every level? Like before world 9? Should I go into world 9 first? And finish all of these after I don't know. And that world, since that world, you know, maybe still is like a normal world, I guess. Alright, so world 9 is all the way down here, I believe, in the center. Have I unlocked it yet? The area? I don't think so. I think I still see a door there, yeah. So world 9, well, I want to say world 9 is a combination of every single... a combination of every single monster that we've seen so far. But haven't a lot of other puzzles previously already been a combination of multiple monsters? Why in the world are we still, you know, trying to combine monsters? Okay, let's read some stuff, I guess. Here is a short grey urn. Welcome, Initiate. Few of your number make it this far, and fewer still succeed at the trial that awaits you on this final island. Good luck. Okay. The pages of this book are completely empty. Okay, Michelle, team, I'm writing this all down so you can refer to it during the meeting, so I hope it's all clear. Right, before the Island of Petals, we read a message asking the entire team to meet at the conference room, or the seminar room, which is above us. First, the big idea, can we make a monster that can survive outside of a puzzle? Oh, yes, I know it's like asking if we can make time go backwards. I did attend the first lecture into Intro Bean Studies, but we don't seem to have any other ideas for getting out of here. We've only got so much food left, and after the artificial islands, it seems like a lot more might be possible than we thought. Right, like fake monsters, I guess. The rest of this packet has the details. Please look over it before we meet and let me know if you have any questions. Alright, I don't get to see the packet, but... Okay, monsters outside of islands. That is questionable, but yeah. This is the example puzzle for the 9th wall, I assume. The colors actually look very distinct. I don't think we've ever seen like a white colored themed island so far. I'll deal with that next time. I don't want to deal with it right now. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to finish all the remaining levels. There are actually 3? Yeah, there are 3 more levels for us to do. So there is Little Bean in the Big Pond. Okay, that one's... I know that's a problem. Forgotten Switch, that one's a big problem. And then there's also Merrily It Rolls Along, which is also a big problem. We spent multiple episodes on each of these puzzles, and we have not gotten any progress on any of them. So yeah, I'm gonna... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into World 9. I'm gonna see what's in World 9. If it's anything extra significant, if like the end of the game is right there, I will come back and beat these. Otherwise, if there's extra content, I'm just going to continue with World 9 as per usual. And then maybe after that, it seems like once we've finished everything, we'll come back to these 3. So yeah. Okay, that's our plan for next episode. We go into World 9, we'll see what's in there. Until then though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.